Hello, my name is Jason Lowry.
Happy Saturday, I'm Mark Toady.
And this is the Parkland Podcast.
It's the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. It's the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. They got plenty to say, they got plenty of heart. On the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. It's the Parkland Podcast. Yeah, the Parkland Podcast. It's the Parkland Podcast. Yeah, the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. Jason and Mark.
And we're not worried about the TVs.
We're not worried about the TVs.
Screw 'em.
They're just for us anyways. Welcome to episode 66 of the Parkland Podcast. I was reading the closed captions of the open trying to figure out what your brother says in the song, and it says they got plenty of money, lots of money. I've never caught that lyric. Have you?
No, and I would say this, my brother's a liar if he said that.
Yeah. Oh, man. I looked down and like I was monitoring the stream on my phone, and I saw that, and I'm like, what?
I'm going to have to text him and find out what the
Yeah,
what
get the lyrics so we can correct that with the closed captioning and the AI robots. This is episode number 66 of the Parkland Podcast. It is brought to you by Parkland Pharmacy, Discover Farmington, Heimburger Construction, Subway of the Parkland, and First State Community Bank. On this episode, we're going to talk to Farmington Mayor Chris Morrison.
Yes.
Lots going on in the big city of Farmington, Mo. And we're going to get a preview of Blues, Brews, and Barbecue from one of the main organizer dudes and his family.
Yep, they're going to be in here in just a little bit to tell us about B3 and maybe a little bit about their trip to Africa. We'll see.
Ooh, cool. So Paul Grindstaff and the girls
Yes.
will be in. And I guess there's probably like a soccer game or a cross-country meet or something going on that's got some of the family going somewhere else this morning, I guess.
Well, no, one of their daughters is old enough now. Apparently, Ashley and the oldest one are doing a little prom dress shopping.
Oh, my gosh. Prom dress shopping. Wow. Well, you know.
Which is probably making Paul and Ashley feel rather old right now.
Paul's probably like, you know what? I don't even want to go. We'll have to ask him about that. Let's see. What'd you do this week? You were all over the place, man.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what. Yesterday was crazy. First of all, I want to send a shout-out to Gracie Trokey. She's on the United Way board with me. Her and I have been walking and running. She's running. I'm walking for the most part, but we did 3 miles yesterday, and I actually ran.
I honked at you guys.
Oh, was that you?
That was me in the white truck.
Okay, yeah.
You thought we were flipping you off, didn't you?
Well, that's what I'm used to. That's what I'm used to. But man, we walked and ran from the high school all the way down to St. Joe and St. Paul, turned around, came back all the way up. It was a heck of a workout. We ended up doing 3.5 to 4 miles.
Dang.
Yeah, and then I got up this morning and walked 4 miles. I was not going to run again. My knees are killing me.
Yeah. I'm killed from all the going up and down the bleachers last night.
It's a lot of steps.
My goodness.
That's a workout. I remember those days.
Yeah. Setting up for football. Of course, Parkland Sports Live last night had a game that was awesome last year, but this year not so much, as Central took care of business against Fredericktown 43-0 on Parkland Sports Live. And then class had the awesome responsibility of live streaming the Farmington Poplar Bluff game.
Got to send a shout out as well to Amped Lifestyle
Amped.
And Anytime Fitness, as well as the Deloge Chamber of Commerce. But they donated the proceeds from their fun run that they did at the Labor Day picnic to the United Way of St. Francis County. So we had a nice little picture ceremony yesterday, and $675.
Hey.
Which was pretty darn good. So thank you very much, folks. On behalf of the United Way, we appreciate that very much. And Dine Out for the United Way kicked off Thursday, and it was all over social media. Thanks to everybody who went out and ate and supported the United Way. If somebody's got to eat Pasta House to support a good cause, it might as well be us.
Right. Yeah, I think the social media post, come see Mark at Pasta House in your picture.
Yeah, that probably didn't drive many people there.
Sorry.
And then the Help the Hungry barbecue.
Yes. Oh, that was great.
Oh, we ended up, I don't know if there's anything in news about this, but we'll just use it now.
Get it out there.
$21,000.
Whoa, hey.
Is what they raised through that. So a huge thank you to everybody who took part in that.
I had the hamburger and loved it.
They were out of hamburgers by the time I got there. There was one left, and they were saving it for somebody. So I had like 3 pulled pork sandwiches and delivered a bunch of meals.
3 pulled pork sandwiches ain't bad, though.
They were pretty dang good.
I just that barbecued hamburger, they were very generous with the sauce, and I really dug it. Was able to eat it while I had lunch duty. Somebody, I want to say it's somebody that wants to remain anonymous, but they have bought all the Farmington teachers, like the whole district, the Help the Hungry barbecue every year.
It's a group of people that do that. It's on Facebook, and they do donate. They accept donations, and people Venmo in. And I'm not going to say who organized that, because they probably wanted to remain anonymous. And if you don't mention everybody involved, but it was a whole group of people, so it was great. I got to deliver food to Mac twice, to the St. Francis Medical Center, to Belgrade State Bank and Cape Electric, among others, and Parkland Pharmacy, one of our sponsors of the podcast.
Awesome. Very good. Well, it was delicious. I loved it. And thank you to whoever is doing that.
Offenburg especially. They pretty much made most of the donations for this. So Tim Morgan and Offenburg, job well done. Don't forget about Help the Hungry, the bake sale itself coming up in November. We'll have the folks organizing that on the podcast coming up in about a month or 2.
Yeah, and then we'll I plan on being there again that morning, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, I think that's perfect.
Yeah, that way we get to just kind of an open range. Everybody comes by and talks, and it's a lot of fun
open mic
there.
night.
It is open mic night, and you never know who we're going to talk to. Last night at Farmington, I had all 3 of my kids on the football field before the game because it was St. Joe band night, and every year the band students at St. Joe get to come over and hang out with the high school band as they do the national anthem and fight song before the game. So both James and Lucy, who just got her xylophone in this week, were on the field ready to help out the BK marching band. So that was really, really cool. I loved it.
Good deal.
And then, I'm trying to think of anything else exciting happened this week. It was a full moon. The students are starting to get a little restless. We've hit that point of the year. The newness is wore off.
Yeah.
But it was a pretty good week. Things went pretty well.
Did go to Tom Sock last week, but I think I mentioned that last Saturday.
Yeah, we talked about that because we both couldn't believe it had been, like 40 years since the breach?
20.
Yeah, but still. It seemed like that happened like 7-8 years ago.
It does.
So, and then, of course, next week, high school football Friday night should be a good one. The Jackson Indians come to town. Brent Egley's old team. Both of them are 2-0. Both are off to great starts. Should be a great battle on Parkland Sports Live.
Yeah, Farmington, I ran into a kid at the Civic Center before I came over here today. He played football for him last year and graduated, and I asked him, I said, did Farmington win last night? And they said, yeah, 42-6. I said, boy, he's got them guys playing good. And he goes, yeah, I wish I had one more year left to play.
One more year of red shirt.
Yeah, this was good.
Yeah, so should be a great ball game, and again, we'll have that for you right here on the Facebook and the YouTube. Music trivia. Got any music trivia or?
Boy,
trivia
do I have music trivia for you.
Okay.
I just have to find it.
See if I can get these questions correct.
All right. What rock band has won the most Grammy Awards?
Ooh, won the most Grammys? Ooh, rock band Grammys. I'm going to say Metallica.
Metallica would be a good choice, but the actual answer is U2.
U2, that makes a lot of sense.
They've won 22.
Yeah, that does make sense.
All right, who won more Grammys between Billy Joel and the Eagles?
Ooh, I bet you both are under-grammatized. I'm going to say...
I don't know what that means.
Well, they got less than they probably deserved.
Okay, I'll go with that.
They probably lost out to some, hot pants act or something here or there. So I'm gonna say the Eagles have less.
Eagles have one more.
Oh,
5 for Billy Joel, 6 for the Eagles.
yeah. See, they should have more. They should be, 10, 15, something like that.
Yeah, and Billy Joel should have a lot more, too.
Yeah.
All right. They are widely considered to be the first heavy metal rock band.
Black Sabbath.
Very good.
Okay.
I figured you'd get that. Was my gimme to you
Okay,
there.
good. I needed it.
All right. This artist wrote the song The Pusher and Never Been to Spain. And also, this is going to give it to you, acted in movies like The Gremlins and Black Stallion.
Oh gosh, I should know that.
And he also appeared on an episode of WKRP in Cincinnati
Oh
as
man.
Lonnie Anderson's husband.
Oh man. Was it Chuck Negron from Three Dog Night?
No.
No.
Hoyt Axton.
Oh, Hoyt Axton.
Hoyt Axton.
Oh gosh, yeah, I can remember that WKRP episode.
Oh, yeah. Work your fingers to the bone. What do you get? Bony fingers. And last but not least, a sports question for you.
Okay.
The Cardinals have won 11 World Series titles. But the question is, how many World Series have they been in?
Oh my, that's a great question. Well, I know they lost in 85 and 87 and 2013 to the Red Sox. That was the Matheny World Series. And there were, I think there was 2 in the 60s they went to and didn't win. 3. Okay, cool, thank you. So there's 3, 6. There's 6 right there, and then 11. So that'd be 17. Oh, you're not counting the 11?
They won 2 in the 60s that they played in. 2 of the 3 in the 60s.
2 of the 3. Oh, okay. They only played in 3. Okay, so that's 1. But then 2 lost in the 80s and 1 more in the... Oh, and then 04. 04 was probably the best team, and they lost because Boston was on that crazy run where they came back from 3-0. I'm going to say 20.
You were close. 19.
Oh, man. Dang it.
19. So they won 11 out of 19. Not bad.
Not bad. We'll take it. Have you paid attention to the Cardinals at all the last, 2 or 3 weeks?
I think the Cardinals quit playing baseball about a week ago.
Yeah. What's football season starting? Man? I don't have time anymore.
I'll tell you what, and then professional football, oh my gosh, we've had some great games to kick off the season. The Missouri Tigers are playing well. Nice comeback win over Kansas.
Right.
Last week. They should have a good game today. And they're ranked 25th in the nation.
Yeah. Tigers in the top 25, so can't beat that. The Chiefs lost their opener. They can...
This weekend's a big game for them, boy.
They could easily go 0-2, couldn't they?
They could easily go 0-2. They need to do something there. Patrick Mahomes is still great. Kelsey is still great. But I heard somebody say this on TV, and I kind of agree with it. They're kind of predictable on offense unless Mahomes is innovating something.
Right.
But they need to push the ball downfield a little bit better than they're doing.
Andy Reid needs to be a little more creative in the play
He
calling.
needs to be more Andy Reid-ish.
More Andy Reid-ish. See, we're making up words on the Parkland podcast
Yes.
here this morning. 9/11 anniversary, 24 years this past week on Thursday. It is weird explaining it to high school kids. And I think, it was like whenever my teachers who were around during Pearl Harbor tried to explain that to me in high school. I think it's kind of like the same things going on.
Yeah. It was a horrible day. I still remember getting the phone call. I can't remember if it was who it was that called me from Festus and said a plane just flew into the side of a building, and they thought it was an accident at the time.
Right.
Then another one. And then we realized there was something bad going on, and I'm usually on the air from, 6 to 9, I think, or 5 to 9, and I didn't get off the air till afternoon.
You got off the air at 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
You handed me the headsets.
I said, I have to go.
Yeah.
It was a long, long day, but, man, we got some great news coverage out of that. I just wish we never had to have done something like that.
Yeah, I know. My totally awesome radio story I'm going to tell in a second. But, that day I got called into work early because I was supposed to be like the noon to 9 guy or the 2 to 10 guy, and I got called in early because of the events. And I remember that evening at 5 o'clock, I did a spot from a gas station because the lines were full. There were a couple stations that price gouged in Farmington.
And they got caught for it, too. But for the most part, people minded themselves very well in this, behaved themselves very well, because that was the big fear, that we were going to wake up in the morning and gas was going to be $5 a gallon, $6 a gallon. In fact, I even got up early the next day and drove through town, and I said, well, they're still the same price. So
That's crazy. All right, so totally awesome radio story. Mark Tody on the air during the 9/11 terrorist attacks. What time do you think you popped it over to ABC News and let it run for a while, you think?
It's hard to say. I probably did that at several different times where we'd pop in and let them do reports, and then we'd take it back when they got to repeating themselves and things like that, because we had like guys like Luke that were there, and they were like reaching out and getting a hold of their people.
Right.
We had the truck driver.
Yeah, you took a call live on the air from a truck driver who was trying to get out of
Farmington,
Manhattan.
who was in the area when that happened.
So 12:05, I can remember it just like it's yesterday. You come out of like the big ABC News top of the hour report, and you talk from 12:05 to 12:25, and
which is not easy to do, by the way.
Yeah, but you did it. You were calm. You were like a voice of reason through this, and I mean you laid it out there like, hey, we got to come together. These are horrible events, and we want to make sure we're getting the right information out there. And then at about 12:24, you decided, you know what? I want to hear what you have to say about today's events. And you reach over, you hit the button to turn on the phone, and you pot it up. And the first caller that you take says, I got a curio cabinet for sale and a few other various items. And at that moment, we knew that the terrorists could not win because they could not stop the trading post.
Nothing stops the trading post.
Oh, and that was like we were all super tense. And like I think if I remember right, like you turned the mic down and you took your headset off because it was all like an all-in-one deal. And you're like, can you believe this? And we all just had a good laugh at it. And then I was like, well, sorry, sir, we're not doing the trading post today, but hopefully tomorrow we'll be out. You again, just handled that with class, even though we wanted to be like, what's your deal? But yeah, I'll never forget that. And I remember I put that on Facebook a couple years ago, and then like some people commented. I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. I was listening. I couldn't believe it.
My description of the trading post always has been and always will be, I've got me a 1997 Ford F-150 pickup. It's got 74,000 miles on it. Runs good, does need some oil. I'll take $4,500 for it right now, or I will trade it for a good dog. Everything on the trading post was available for a good dog.
Absolutely, it was. Do you remember the numbers, the phone numbers? The
756-6000, 431-6000, 586-6000, 1-800-842-2330.
And if you had a U.S. cellular cell phone?
That I don't remember.
Pound 98.
Pound 98, okay.
There you go. But 1-800-842-2330 is engraved into my memory as I know it is yours.
Yes.
Does that number still work?
No.
Oh.
No, everything is 756-6000 now, I think. But, it's been a year and a half since we got screwed over. I mean, since we quit working there, so...
So who knows?
Who knows?
It might be 438
I can honestly say the only time I have turned on our radio station on purpose since that day in May was the very next day, or no, maybe it was that very same day, because I wanted to see if they had the nerve to make whoever the announcer was do the trading post one last time before they canned them. But they didn't.
They didn't.
So,
okay. I didn't think about that.
Since then, I said, I will never turn that radio station on again.
Yeah.
Nothing against the local people that still work there. But
sure, yeah, absolutely. They weren't the ones that made the decision.
Right.
They as far as if it was up to them, you'd still be there.
Yeah, because
No doubt about
that
it.
cost them money too.
Yeah.
It still does.
Yeah, it does. Oh, man. Anyways, there you go. A totally awesome 9/11 radio story. Parkland Pharmacy, you mentioned they were one of the places that you took your delivery to this week for Help the Hungry barbecue. And Parkland Pharmacy, always big in supporting the community. They are all about it, aren't they?
Oh my gosh, yes. They are wonderful people. In fact, Julie Berghaus with the Farmington location, they actually, we delivered to them twice, once for the employees, and Julie says, well, I want some for my family. So I went and delivered to the pharmacy for her to pick up around 1:30 in the afternoon. So thank you so much.
Yeah, that's great. Always supporting great causes. They have a blood drive coming up at their Fredericktown location on September 19th. That's a very busy day. We'll talk about that more in depthly when we check events here in just a little bit. But blood drive 3 to 6, the Fredericktown location. Very nice. I drove through there the other day, and Fredericktown's changed a lot in the last, at least I guess I don't go down there as much. And they got a truck stop now. And
Oh, yeah.
It's big. They got Dunkin' Donuts in there.
Right along the highway, up right along Interstate 67, all the way into downtown Fredericktown. There's pretty much development everywhere.
Yeah, and Parkland Pharmacy has been one of the leaders of that development, and they continue to serve the Fredericktown area well as Farmington and Deloge, Greenville, and Piedmont. Parkland Pharmacy, small town pharmacy at its finest. Also want to take a second to chat about Subway. Oh my gosh, Subway.
I'm excited because soup is back first and
Hey,
foremost.
all right.
I got two bowls of loaded potato soup yesterday when I went in. Thank you, Brianna, and thank you to Miss Jessica for treating me well. Jake and Mike, we appreciate it. Heather, you're doing awesome at the Bon Terre location. And speaking of their different locations that they own, they are doing really well region-wide.
So they got this new program. It's called Scorecard, and it ranks Subways on, I guess, kind of a different kind of metric. And the Farmington store is ranked number 1 in the territory of 80-plus stores and came in 134th nationally out of 20,000 stores.
Wow.
Top 1%. Bloomsdale was ranked number 2 in the territory, 154th nationally. St. Genevieve came in 5th out of 80. Arcadia Valley, 8th out of 80. Bon Terre, 13th out of 80. Deloge, 17th out of 80. And Park Hills, 23rd out of 80. 7 stores in the top 25 in the Subway territory. And you say it every week, Mark, it's because they have great employees there.
Great employees, wonderful customer service, and wonderful food. In fact, they'll be the dine-out restaurant, the Farmington location only, next week for Dine Out for the United Way of St. Francis County. And I can't wait to go in there and get some more soup and maybe even some pizza.
Ooh, there you go. Subway, eat fresh, the official sandwich of the Parkland Podcast.
Way to go, Jay.
Farmington, Missouri, your destination for a perfect weekend getaway. Dine in at one of our quality restaurants or visit one of our surrounding wineries. Farmington offers a variety of parks and other recreational leisure time activities. See some sights, have some fun, and go wherever your heart takes you. Sounds like a lot of fun, so get a room and stay a while. All this and more awaits you just 60 miles south of St. Louis. Discover Farmington today.
It's the memories made during a weekend with the girls, a family adventure, or a Sunday stroll in historic downtown. At First State Community Bank, we have a strong passion for small business owners and the students and families who live, work, and play here. Our passion for them runs deep because this is our community too. First State Community Bank. Success starts here.
Let's check your news now on the Parkland Podcast.
New congressional voting districts are on the way in Missouri during a second special session of the legislature this week. The Senate passed two measures, one that changes voting districts, another that makes it harder to pass a citizen-led change to the Missouri Constitution. After more than 4 hours of Senate debate Friday, both proposals were approved by senators. The 21-11 vote went straight down party lines with the exception of Republicans Mike Moon and Lincoln Howe, who voted against the measure. The U.S. Constitution mandates redistricting following the census, which is conducted at the end of each decade or every 10 years. The new requirements will appear on the statewide ballot next year for a final vote. The new rules would only apply to citizen-initiated measures, not constitutional amendments put on the ballot by the legislature.
Wednesday afternoon, the St. Francis County Sheriff's Department received a report from a biological mother stating her 1-year-old child had been taken without consent by two male subjects. The individuals were identified as the child's uncle and the mother's ex-boyfriend. The suspects departed in a red Hyundai Tucson and were located about 140 near Farmington by the St. Francis County Sheriff's Department. Law enforcement resources quickly mobilized to the area. About 3 o'clock, a highway patrol trooper located the suspect near Highway B outside of Doe Run. As the trooper did a U-turn, the vehicle turned into a private driveway, and the trooper was able to apprehend both subjects without incident and relocate the child. Derek Horn and Daniel Clover, both of Bonne Terre, were arrested and booked in the St. Francis County Adult Detention Center for kidnapping, first pending formal charges.
This past Wednesday, officers were dispatched to 120 East Karsh Boulevard in reference to a deceased subject located near the address. Upon arrival, officers were advised that mowing crews had discovered the body of a deceased male in a wooded area east of 120 East Karsh Boulevard near what appeared to be a small homeless camp. Detectives responded to the scene and were assisted by the Farmington Fire Department, ambulance crews, and the county coroner for the removal of the body. Preliminary observations indicated the body had been in the wooded area for several days. Identification, as of right now, has not been made, but they are investigating.
City of Farmington will host a public house on Tuesday, September 23rd to get public comments regarding a proposed roundabout. That'd be located at Woodlawn Drive and Highway 67 in Farmington near Rural King, and it would support a planned commercial development in the area. The decision to utilize a roundabout was the outcome of an extensive traffic study performed by Lockmiller Group in coordination with the Missouri Department of Transportation and the City of Farmington. The public open house being held in conjunction with the city's 2026 Comprehensive Plan Open House, and that'll be held at the Farmington Public Library Community Room. Residents are encouraged to attend any time between 3:30 and 6:30, and attendees may come and go as needed.
Now, in addition to that, we're going to be hearing from Farmington Mayor Chris Morrison a little bit later on. He's going to give us an update on the budget and some other things that are going on. But first, the all-important weather forecast.
Yes.
Temperatures already in the 70s. We've got another warm day coming up with high temperatures today reaching the mid-90s. If you're wondering about a break from all the heat,
I am.
Well, it's all about your perspective. We'll cool down into the 80s by the end of next week, but still going to be 85 by Friday, so the heat's going to stay around with temperatures in the 90s through at least Wednesday.
Is this third summer? Is that what we call this season in Missouri?
Indian summer.
Indian summer?
Indian summer.
Oh, boy. It is warm, to say the least. But stay cool. And again, that is your latest local news here on the Parkland Podcast. Heimburger Construction, heimburgerconstruction.com, the great website that displays all the work that they do with Butler built buildings. Man, they have some nice projects that they've been a part of for so many years.
Yes, they do great work. They do great work throughout the entire region. They use quality products, and you will not go wrong. And they also are very active in the community, supporting a number of great causes. So if you want to deal with a company that actually cares, they don't just throw up a building and leave. They actually care about what they're doing. Talk to Jennifer Heimburger at Heimburger Construction. They will treat you right.
I know they did the expansion at the Unitech Career Center, and Jen was there all the time checking up, making sure deadlines were being met, making sure everything was moving right, checking with the school district and making sure that everything was according to plan. And that's the kind of attention to detail they use with all their clients. So if you need a big construction project done, Heimburger Construction can definitely handle it. HeimburgerConstruction.com. They've been around since the 1970s, Mark, like me.
Been around for a long time. They do great work, and they're not going anywhere.
No, they aren't. So check them out today, HeimburgerConstruction.com. And First State Community Bank. We love our fine folks at the Friendly First. First State Community Bank, always, again, behind a great cause and always helping out in the community.
Oh, I tell you what, I want to give a special shout out to Kristen Benscooter. I had
Yes.
some things to do yesterday, as a matter of fact, involving the United Way of St. Francis County, and I worked with Kristen on them, and man, she set me straight, helped me out. Had to go over to First State Insurance Agency after that, and Miss Natasha, thank you so much for what you did to help us out with the United Way. You got us back on track. They are great people to deal with.
All right, well, we got the Grindstaffs here, so we'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk to them. That's next here on the Parkland Podcast.
Farmington, Missouri, your destination for a perfect weekend getaway. Dine in at one of our quality restaurants or visit one of our surrounding wineries. Farmington offers a variety of parks and other recreational leisure time activities. See some sights, have some fun, and go wherever your heart takes you. Sounds like a lot of fun, so get a room and stay a while. All this and more awaits you just 60 miles south of St. Louis. Discover Farmington today.
It's the memories made during a weekend with the girls, a family adventure, or a Sunday stroll in historic downtown. At First State Community Bank, we have a strong passion for small business owners and the students and families who live, work, and play here. Our passion for them runs deep because this is our community too. First State Community Bank. Success starts here.
Farmington, Missouri, your destination for a perfect weekend getaway. Dine in at one of our quality restaurants or visit one of our surrounding wineries. Farmington offers a variety of parks and other recreational leisure time activities. See some sights, have some fun, and go wherever your heart takes you. Sounds like a lot of fun, so get a room and stay a while. All this and more awaits you just 60 miles south of St. Louis. Discover Farmington today.
When comfort matters, count on Capayas Heating and Cooling. Proudly serving St. Francis and surrounding counties, they are your local Bryant Factory authorized dealer, delivering top quality heating and cooling solutions for your home or business. Founded in 2004 by Chuck Capayas, a family-owned and operated company that you can trust. Visit capayasheatingandcooling.com today. Capayas Heating and Cooling in Farmington, 756-1224.
You often ask others to repeat themselves? Is the TV volume creeping up higher? Hi, I'm Dr. Karen Melton, and it could be time to have your hearing checked. Hearing loss happens gradually, making it hard to notice. At Hearing Care Partners, we offer thorough hearing evaluations that uncover even subtle changes in your hearing over time. Early detection can improve your hearing and your life. Start prioritizing your hearing today. Schedule your appointment now at hearingcarepartners.com. At Hearing Care Partners, we listen so you can hear.
Looking for your next car, truck, van, or SUV? Point to Pettis. At Pettis Automotive, service, affordability, and selection are more than just words. They're the foundation of everything they do. You'll see the selection when you drive by any of their 3 locations. You'll feel the affordability when you talk to their experienced sales team. And you'll love the service every time you come in for maintenance. New or pre-owned, from Farmington to Fredericktown to DeSoto, point to Pettis. Visit pettisauto.com. Point to Pettis. Why do so many people like working at the Southeast Missouri Mental Health Center?
The pay is awesome. What we do for our clients is awesome. The coworkers that we have, the staff, everybody is just, they're all welcoming.
I feel very supported. It's a great network of people that we have working here. We really work together, I think, to try to improve the lives of those that we serve.
The insurance is phenomenal. The cost is minimal. They're good to us. And the benefits are so great, you can't beat it.
Apply today. We are back on the Parkland podcast, and we have Paul Grindstaff and the Grindstaff girls joining us.
Well,
here
most of them,
this
at
morning.
least.
Most of them, anyways. Yeah. We have Willow, Molly, and Ava, and they're all excited to be on the Parkland podcast, and they're going to talk about a couple of things. First off, you guys did a little world traveling lately. Talk about how that went, helping out some folks in Africa.
Yeah. So we've got the Living Well Project, which what we do is we raise money to dig freshwater wells in mostly Africa. We've done a couple other locations, but that's primarily where we go. And this past year, we were able to take a team over in June, and we dug a well there for a handicap school, which was a very rewarding experience for us and for them, and it went really well. 2 of our daughters got to go with us, Ava, which is her 3rd time to go, and then Cora was her 2nd, and we took some other family members and friends, and it was a really wonderful trip.
So when are the other girls going to get to go?
Well, Molly's actually starting to do her fundraising. She's going to go next year for her first time.
Right.
So she's pretty excited. And then Willow will go in a couple years. We try to get them to be about 9 or 10 at least before they go. Mostly probably for the time change and the exhaustion that you have. But yeah, so probably within the next few years, we'll be taking a family trip over there.
So Molly, you're getting ready to go on your first trip?
Yeah, and I'm very excited. I can't wait.
What are some things you're doing to raise money for that?
Making snow cones and cotton candy and bracelets and necklaces.
Wow.
A lot of people are supporting you?
Yeah, and I'm excited,
So do you have like a stand, or do people buy off the internet? How do they buy your product?
Yeah, we are gonna do a stand during the fish fry, but sometimes my mom posts some things on Facebook and people ask.
Perfect.
So Ava, what's the bigger deal to you, going to Africa or shopping for a prom dress?
I'm going to Africa.
We mentioned that though because that's going to happen this afternoon. You excited about that? Any kind of, you got like a color idea in mind or anything? You're just going to go look and see what looks good?
Yeah, just go look.
All right.
Just shopping is always fun, isn't it? So you going to be one-on-one with mom too? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's good times.
Yeah.
So you're in high school now?
Yeah, I think I've seen her in the hallway a couple times.
So Paul, what makes you feel older? The fact that you've got a high school kid or a kid ready for prom?
Oh man, yeah. I tell you what, it was a kind of an eye-opening experience when they planned this trip to go do the dresses, because you realize, one, you don't really have much control anymore, and the other one is that she's growing up and it's part of it, but it's fun for sure.
So Willow, are you excited? Been a couple of years to be able to go to Africa?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it fun to hear all the stories from your sisters though when they come back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's not just the trip to Africa that's important. You've got a big event coming up. You're going to have a busy week, aren't you?
Yeah. So along with Living Well Project, tomorrow we're actually having our big fish fry, which is one of our big annual events. We do it at Parkland Chapel. It's going to be from 12 to 2. We've got some folks from the Nazarene Church that help. They cook the fish in this big iron kettle, and we'll have some sides and some music playing. We got bounce houses and a dunk tank, some bake sale stuff, a pie eating contest, all kinds of fun things. So I'd say if you're trying to beat the heat, come on out, but it is outside. So, but it's under a tent, so it'll be good.
There's a rumor going around that Mike Harrison caught all the fish.
If you ask him, he did. Yeah. I'm sure he'd tell you that. No, I'm just kidding. No, we unfortunately we're not able to catch that much fish.
That's a lot of fish.
I wish we could.
Yeah.
We're gonna have. Let's see. We're gonna have about 180 pounds of fish cooked for the event. So it's a bunch of fish and a bunch of people, and we're just out there to have a good time and just kind of talk about what we do. There'll be some booths there. Molly spoke about that. There'll be some cotton candy and snow cones and face painting. It's just a fun little kind of church carnival kind of a deal.
And you don't have to be a member of your church to
No, not at all.
Because I was going to be there, and I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, yeah. We want
You're allowed,
anybody and everybody to come. We'll have plenty of food and plenty of tables to sit at under the tent with some fans going, and just come and hang out and talk.
I know we want to spend some time talking about B3, but
Yeah.
I seem to remember on Facebook you all putting a post. One of your kids got baptized not too long ago.
Yeah, this one right here. So, yep, Miss Molly Moo did.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Yep.
What was that like?
It felt like a dream, and when I came back up, I felt like a new person. It was so exciting.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I think we need to talk about B3.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Blues, Brews, and Barbecue returning to downtown Farmington Friday night. I can't believe it's already here.
I know.
And man, you've got a great lineup of events covering all three of the facets of Blues, Brews, and Barbecue.
Oh, yeah. So we can go in order if you want. So the Blues side of it, we're starting off with the Mineral Area Fine Arts Academy is coming back. They were here a couple years ago, and they fill that stage, and they can play some music. It is a lot of fun watching, Kurt Balke and his crew up there. They play some good songs. They get the crowd involved. It's a really great way to open it up. And then kind of a cool thing that we're doing, most of the artists on Saturday, they're all actually going to be there on Friday, and they're going to do a big blues review. So they're all going to be on stage in different forms and fashions playing together as one group on Friday, and then you'll be able to see them individually on Saturday. So it's kind of a neat little deal that we're doing. Yeah, so it'll be a fun, just kind of a casual, not such a strict concert kind of thing where they're just going to be out there doing what they do.
Have they rehearsed this?
No,
No,
they have not.
wow.
No, they're just going for it. So
Man, that's
it'll
awesome.
it'll be a lot of fun. Then we're gonna close out Friday night with our good friend Ken Earhart is coming back down.
Yes.
And I don't know if he's gonna bring any rain for us for the next couple months.
I'd like
not.
some relief from the heat.
Yeah,
especially,
exactly.
too.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he'll get a few of those questions. But he does a good job, and he's a lot of fun to have down. So that'll do our Friday night deal. And then Saturday, like I said, it's going to be kind of all those bands spread out. We've got some acoustic stuff going. We've got some harmonica stuff going. And then we're going to finish off with kind of a gentleman that's been a couple different times. His name is Nick Schneblin.
Yep.
He is a pretty amazing artist. He can play some guitar, and he puts on a good show, and he's going to close out our event.
And don't worry about eating before you arrive at Blues, Brews, and Barbecue.
Please.
You've got that covered.
There is going to be food on every corner, down every street. There's drinks down every corner, down every street. It is a lot of fun. We are going to have a barbecue contest as well, and I think the last I saw, we were at 17 teams.
Oh, yeah.
That was a couple weeks ago, so you always know if you filter in once they learn the weather and kind of know what's going on. So I'd say we probably be in that 20 team range, which will really fill up that area behind 102 Tap House, and it really makes it look neat. back there.
Casa of the Parkland's got the kids area?
Yes, yep. They're going to handle that kids area, and everything that they bring in there goes straight to what they do, and to help those kids out and to help the people out that help them. And so that organization is just top notch. I mean, they have all the support in the world from this community. It's pretty neat to see.
You know, if you went to concerts like this in St. Louis or whatever, you'd pay a pretty hefty price, but the price is right for B3.
It is. It will cost you absolutely nothing to just come and experience Blues, Brews, and Barbecue. Bring your own chair. We'll have some set up if you don't have a chair or don't want to pack it in. But you could just come and experience the evening as the sun goes down. And Mark, you'd be able to attest to this. It is a really beautiful environment.
Mm-hmm.
As in downtown Farmington, kind of some of those lights pop on, and the sun sets behind the stage, and it kind of really comes to life downtown, which is a really neat thing to see.
And the hotel community has really gotten behind this event.
Yes.
Looks like almost all of them are helping to sponsor it.
Oh yeah. I mean, it literally takes a village to make this thing work, and takes a community. And the hotels have been a huge asset. They jump in, and part of what they do helps fund the tourism committee and department, which is what puts this on. And so it's kind of a big partnership in town that works together.
It's a homecoming for the local community, but people travel from throughout the Midwest.
Oh
to
gosh,
be here.
we've had people come up to us from Iowa, from Minnesota, some people from Ohio that I know are coming, and they've actually made it an annual thing. They've had so much fun. They came one time because of an artist that they like, and then they had so much fun that they've turned it into an annual vacation for them.
The barbecue competition you mentioned, brought to you by Fireplace and Outdoor Living Supply, by Victoria Sales, and of course all those hotels, Super 8, Holiday Inn Express, Quality Inn, Baymont, Hampton Inn, and Crown Point Lodge, also helping to sponsor Blues, Brews, and Barbecue. And Discover Farmington. Mo.com is the place to go online, and all the details are right there. Vendors, the competition, the music schedule, everything you need looks great on the website. And look, they even have snow cones on there, girls.
There you go.
Yeah. Very good. Anything else we need to throw out there before we let you guys go this morning?
I don't think so. Really appreciate your time, and we hope to see everybody at all these events. I mean, that's what makes our community great, is people show up and people support each other. And when everyone comes out to just get together and have a good time, I mean, that's kind of the definition of small Midwest town, and it's a really neat thing to experience.
All right, girls, everybody, you three girls get up to the microphone here. We're going to have you close out this interview. Just repeat after me, okay? She knows what's coming out here.
It was on to you.
You're listening to the Parkland Podcast, broadcasting throughout Southeast Missouri, and we want everybody to come to Blues, Brews, and Barbecue September 19th and 20th to see all their live music, eat all the great food, and just have a great time with all their family.
Okay, go.
Bye, thank you.
How about just saying, come to B3?
Come to B3.
There we go.
That'll
We got
work,
it.
too.
Willow,
Thank you,
Molly, and
guys.
Ava, and Paul Grindstaff telling us, real quickly, tomorrow, what's the time for the fish fry again?
12 to 2 at Parkland Chapel, which is just down Double E, just past Signs, etc., on the right-hand side of the road.
If you're going to go to Twin Oaks, it's on the right before you turn to go to Twin Oaks.
Yep, that's it. That's
All
it.
right.
Yep.
Thank
Willow?
you guys so much.
Did we do okay? Yeah. All right.
All right. Very good. Paul, Willow, Molly, and Ava Grindstaff joining us here on the Parkland Podcast. Why do so many people like working at the Southeast Missouri Mental Health Center?
The pay is awesome. What we do for our clients is awesome. The coworkers that we have, the staff, everybody is just, they're all welcoming.
I feel very supported. It's a great network of people that we have working here. We really work together, I think, to try to improve the lives of those that we serve.
The insurance is phenomenal. The cost is minimal. They're good to us, and the benefits are so great, you can't beat it.
Apply today.
Parkland Pharmacy is out to prove that local independent pharmacy is alive and well. We work hard at giving you an excellent experience every time you come to see us. We love what we do, and we would love to take care of you. There's no need to be frustrated with your health care. If you're tired of what your pharmacy is not doing for you, then stop waiting in line and come see us today. We have 6 locations across Southeast Missouri, so Google us to find the store nearest you or visit parklandrx.com. Parkland Pharmacy is a local pharmacy at its finest.
It's the memories made during a weekend with the girls, a family adventure, or a Sunday stroll in historic downtown. At First State Community Bank, we have a strong passion for small business owners and the students and families who live, work, and play here. Our passion for them runs deep because this is our community too. First State Community Bank. Success starts here.
Let's check your events now. They're brought to you by Discover Farmington, more than you ever imagined. Find out more at discoverfarmingtonmo.com.
Farmington, Missouri, your destination for a perfect weekend getaway. Dine in at one of our quality restaurants or visit one of our surrounding wineries. Farmington offers a variety of parks and other recreational leisure time activities. See some sights, have some fun, and go wherever your heart takes you. Sounds like a lot of fun, so get a room and stay a while. All this and more awaits you just 60 miles south of St. Louis. Discover Farmington today.
Art in the Park is going on today until 3 o'clock in downtown Farmington. There's going to be live music and longhouse tours.
Park Hills Leadington Chamber of Commerce presents Music Trivia. That is tonight, September 13th at 5 o'clock at the White Magnolia Banquet Hall. We should go there and see if just the two of us could beat everybody. I bet you we could.
We'll just flex.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dine Out for the United Way continues this coming Thursday at Subway in Farmington.
Subway, eat fresh. MAC Athletics Golf Tournament happening September 19th, starting at 7 a.m. at Crown Point Golf Club.
Parkland Pharmacy in Fredericktown hosting a blood drive September 19th from 3 until 6.
Blues, Brews, and Barbecue. Just heard about it. September 19th and 20th next weekend in downtown Farmington. We will be doing the Parkland podcast live from the event next Saturday.
The St. Francis County Rotary Club Red Cross Blood Drive is September 23rd from 12:30 to 5:30 at the Methodist Church.
The Leader presents the Farmington Senior Expo September 24th at the Mac Tech Building, free for adults age 50 and older. Speakers, vendor booths, bingo, live music, prizes, free coffee and donuts.
A Women's Boost Conference is September 24th at the Cardinal Center at Mineral Area College. It starts at 8 o'clock. Featured speaker, the one and only Lee Ragsdale.
And friend of the podcast.
And United Way Hall of Famer. Cost is $10 to benefit the Mac Food Pantry.
The Walk to End Alzheimer's happening September 27th at the Quad at Mineral Area College.
That's also the day for the John Thomas Memorial Scholarship Fund picnic and fundraiser at St. Paul Lutheran Church in Farmington. Food, a silent auction, live music, and more are part of the day.
The annual St. Joseph Catholic Church of Bonne Terre Fall Festival, Sunday, September 28th, starting at 11 a.m. Fried chicken and kettle beef, arts and crafts, bingo, live music from fame and fortune.
Weekly hay rides, Thursday nights, starting at 6 in October at Engler Park. $13 per person, kids 2 and under free.
And there'll be a downtown block party coming up October the 10th from 7 to 10 p.m. Live music featuring the Casey Reeves Duo, a free concert taking place courtesy of Discover Farmington at the Jefferson Street Plaza. And those are your events. They're brought to you by Discover Farmington, more than you ever imagined. Find out about local events, even book a wedding or day trip, and learn more about B3 Blues, Brews, and Barbecue at discoverfarmingtonmo.com.
Farmington, Missouri, your destination for a perfect weekend getaway. Dine in at one of our quality restaurants or visit one of our surrounding wineries. Farmington offers a variety of parks and other recreational leisure time activities. See some sights, have some fun, and go wherever your heart takes you. Sounds like a lot of fun, so get a room and stay a while. All this and more awaits you just 60 miles south of St. Louis. Discover Farmington today.
Do you often ask others to repeat themselves? Is the TV volume creeping up higher? Hi, I'm Dr. Karen Melton, and it could be time to have your hearing checked. Hearing loss happens gradually, making it hard to notice. At Hearing Care Partners, we offer thorough hearing evaluations that uncover even subtle changes in your hearing over time. Early detection can improve your hearing and your life. Start prioritizing your hearing today. Schedule your appointment now at hearingcarepartners.com. At Hearing Care Partners, we listen so you can hear.
Andy.
All right, let's check your sports now on the Parkland podcast. Our sports brought to you by MacTech, Southeast Missouri Mental Health Center, Domino's Pizza, and Capayas Heating and Cooling.
Boy, Fredericktown and Central went at it. Our game of the week, it was all Rebels as they win 43-0.
Farmington Knights are 2-0, a 49-19 victory over the Mules of Poplar Bluff at home last night.
North County got its first win of the season, a squeaker, 14-13 over DeSoto.
It was Valley Catholic doing what Valley Catholic does, a 47-15 win over the Potosi Trojans.
Bob Stolzer's old group, St. Genevieve, wins over Kennett, 29-15.
Jefferson Blue Jays bounced back from that tough overtime loss last week, and they beat Herculaneum by 4, 34-30.
Big crosstown rivalry had St. Vincent squeaking past Perryville, 27-21.
Festus Tigers continuing their hot start to the season, a 56-14 win over the Owls of Windsor.
Hillsboro got another win, 27-16 over Washington.
Cape Central Tigers, they're 3-0, a 33-14 win over Sykeston.
Jackson beat Edwardsville, Illinois by a score of 33-28, and we've got a big game coming up this week, too.
We do. We have two undefeated teams. It's Farmington, it's Jackson, and they're both 3-0. And by the way, Brent Eckley coaching against the team where he won a state title. I don't know if he faced Jackson before he became the Jackson coach, but I'm pretty sure this is the first meeting of the two squads after becoming the coach, and it's going to be a wild one.
Should be a great
Memorial
game.
Stadium. So we'll have it for you. Pre-game around 6, kickoff at 7, right here on Parkland Sports Live. Already week number 4.
It goes by fast.
It does. Week 4 of the high school football season. And again, your sports brought to you all football season long by MacTech, Southeast Missouri Mental Health Center, Domino's Pizza, and Capayas Heating and Cooling. We'll check your birthdays and anniversaries next. It's 8:58 on this Saturday morning. And what are we up to, like 95 degrees, something like that?
It's going to feel like it.
We'll check your weather again here in a bit, too. You're watching the Saturday Morning Edition, episode 66 of the Parkland Podcast on YouTube and Facebook.
Looking to buy or sell a home or commercial property in the Parkland? Meet Sonia Wilson with Triple Creek Realty. Sonia is on the cutting edge when it comes to getting your listing in front of potential buyers. Like this charming and updated home located next to Central Middle School in Park Hills. Lots of space, including a 2-car garage and workshop. Ready to make a move? Call Sonia at 573-631-5367 today.
Birthday time on this Saturday, September the 13th. Who do you have for birthdays celebrating today?
Well, we're going to start off with our good buddy Roy Henson.
Yeah.
We could do a whole Parkland podcast episode on the adventures of Roy Henson.
We could.
He
should.
Just a heck of a good guy. He would always bug me about being on the Tim Gray show, and I would always tell him no because he couldn't watch his language. I think he said, "Oh crap," on the radio once. I said, "That's it, you're banned." He goes, "I'm sorry." Anyway, Roy, you're welcome on the podcast if you'd like to come on out. Also, happy birthday wishes to Shelby Kelly, who worked at J98 Radio, and she was a real sweetheart. I've known her since she was a high school kid, and was in the FFA program at Farmington High School. Now she's married and got a little kid of her own. So happy birthday to you, Miss Shelby. Stephanie Rigdon, sort of my neighbor, lives right down the street from me, and got a dog named Rose that loves me because I feed it every time I see her. Happy birthday to you, Stephanie. TJ Voiles, happy birthday to you, buddy. Works out at the prison, a Farmington High School graduate. See him at the Civic Center on occasion. And
he works at the. He doesn't work out at the prison.
Well, he may do that too.
He might.
I don't know.
You know what? That might be the new trend. Going to work out in a prison weight room.
I'd be a little nervous about that
Yeah,
one.
Bryce, I
Don't
didn't
drop anything.
Sorry, TJ.
And Ann Mel, the organist at St. Paul Lutheran Church,
Yeah.
celebrating birthdays today. Happy birthday to you, Miss Ann, from your family.
I want to wish a happy birthday to Deloge legend Bobby Tiffenheyer. Lives across Deloge Park from me. Bobby keeps his Christmas lights on all year long, but he changes them. They're like those LEDs that can be changed, so he'll change them for certain holidays, but he keeps them up all year long. Happy birthday, Bobby. Hope it's a great day for you. Sorry my dog doesn't like your dog. I don't know why either. Melissa Hampton celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday to her. And Dayton Kinnan, Farmington High School graduate, turning 19 years young today. Happy birthday to Dayton. What about Sunday, September 14th?
Birthdays tomorrow. Kathy Capayas celebrates a birthday. She was a long time part-time employee at the radio station. Just loved working with her. Kathy, I hope you are doing fantastic. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Courtney Burns, married to former Farmington High School athletic director Pat Burns. And they're in the St. Louis area now. So, Courtney, happy birthday wishes to you. Paige Sanssouci, happy birthday to you. She worked for several years at Sticks and Steins, and she was one of the people responsible for over-serving me on occasion. Paige, hope you're doing fantastic. Happy birthday to you. And good friend of ours, good friend of the podcast, Beth Simmons.
Beth Simmons.
Celebrating a birthday. She was part of March of Dimes.
She was great.
Yes,
Great
and
with
the
that
Farmington
organization.
Chamber as well for a bunch of years.
Great. Happy birthday, Beth. And Tammy Hallbrook celebrating a birthday on Sunday as well. Happy birthday to Tammy. What about Monday the 15th?
Happy birthday wishes to Marlene Brockmiller. Marlene was actually the person in charge of organizing the Help the Hungry barbecue. And she did a great job, got all of us drivers together and all the other things that she needed to have done. Happy birthday to you, Marlene. That's from Paul and all your kids and grandkids now. My buddy Dennis Smith, who lives right down the street from me, former member of the Farmington City Council.
You shaved that beard yet?
No,
he's still got it.
He's still Grizzly Adams. Happy birthday to you. He was on the United Way board. He helped actually bring the St. Francis County Partnership together.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I think he was the first director of that. Happy birthday wishes to you. Happy birthday wishes to Terry Huff. He was a great athlete at Mineral Area College back in the day. Speaking of great athletes from the area, Aaron Mosier celebrates a birthday. I'm sorry, when it comes to all-time great North County athletes, anybody that can do the decathlon,
that's true,
is going to have to get my vote there. So, Aaron, I got your back, even if Jason threw you under the bus.
Hey, I didn't throw him under the bus. I just said that Kevin Black was my guy.
Well, you know, that's fine. That's fine.
And you know who we left out of that conversation, who is on par with Mr. Aaron Mosier, former college athlete, Stacy Wilfong.
Yeah, Stacy Wilfong.
When she was Stacy Tiffenheyer, Bobby's older sister.
Yes, she went to Arkansas, I think, on a track scholarship. Happy birthday wishes anywhere. Where were we? Oh, yeah.
Monday the 15th.
Yes, happy birthday wishes to you, Aaron. Happy birthday wishes to Cindy Ruman, who worked at the radio station and I think at the college, right?
She did, yes.
Yeah, happy birthday to you, Cindy. She is a sweet, sweet kid. She used to always bring her daughter in when we did the Halloween show, and her daughter would sit with me on the radio for several years in a row, and I would put her on the radio.
And now she's in her 30s, I think.
I don't think she's that old, but golly, she's getting close to that.
She's got to be close.
Stacy Pinkley, a teacher at St. Paul. Happy birthday to you from your daughters, and happy birthday to Catherine Ann Knoll. She's a Farmington graduate, and she is just awesome. She married a St. Gen guy and moved down to the St. Genevieve area, but we keep up on Facebook. So, Catherine, happy birthday wishes to you.
Happy birthday Monday, Nate Wolfert, Farmington legend, celebrating a birthday on Monday. Happy birthday, buddy. And Jeremy Partney from Mineral Area College with a birthday on Monday, too. Happy birthday, Mr. Partney. Hope it's a great day for you. What about Tuesday, September 16th?
Hey, I had dinner with her and her fiance last night. Tammy Pinkley celebrating a birthday on Tuesday. Tammy, you still look 27, even if technically, well, you're not. That would be hard to explain your 39-year-old daughter. But anyway, happy birthday to you, Tammy. Hope you're doing great. Mark Cook, our good buddy Mark Cook, guest of the podcast, on occasion does a lot of good work through Cook Financial. Also does a lot of good work through Casa of the Parkland. He's on the board there. Mark, happy birthday to you. And my cousin Chris Park celebrates a birthday. Happy birthday to you, Chris, from all the family.
Happy birthday, Steve Weinhold, former, he might still be on the Park Hills City Council. And Nathan Shunks celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday, Nathan, all the way down in Cape Girardeau. Wednesday, September 17th, who are your birthday celebrators?
Oh, we are loaded with birthdays. We wished Courtney Burns a happy birthday earlier. Susan Pathitas, her mama, celebrating a birthday on Wednesday. Happy birthday to you, Susan. Happy birthday to Sean Udy. Sean has been a policeman over the years. He's also a professional painter and just an all-around good guy. Sean, happy birthday wishes to you. Joe Easter.
Joe Easter,
wild man Joe Easter. He used to go every February with a bunch of his buddies down somewhere down south in the middle of winter to watch eagles come in to land. Really, it was just an excuse to drink and eat and just tell stories. He came back one year with a mohawk.
Oh, my. The eagle did it.
Yeah, it didn't last long, I guarantee you. But anyway, Joe, happy birthday wishes to you from all your family. Elena Momot, happy birthday wishes to you. Boy, you can tell the family she comes from by her singing talent. It runs in the family. She is a Berry by birth, so happy birthday to you, Elena, now a mom and married. Hope you have a great day. Our good buddy, I don't know if you ever got to meet Don Luzader, did you?
Not as well as you. Like I think I got introduced to him a couple times. And I talked to him one time at what was the Broadcaster Awards down in
MBAs.
The MBAs. I talked to him there. But, I didn't know him as well as you did.
Yeah, I hired him, as a matter of fact, and I still remember the big tire fire north of Bonne Terre. And Don and I went up there at 2 o'clock in the morning using a cassette player, and he went to get an interview with the Bonne Terre fire chief. And he came back, he goes, "Mark, there's nothing on this tape. I don't know what happened." I noticed, I said, "You left the pause button on."
Oh, no.
So I could have said, "Well, don't worry about it," but I thought, here's a good teaching moment.
Yeah, I'll go back down there.
Get back there and do the interview again.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, man."
Yeah.
But he never made that mistake again. So, Don, happy birthday. He does great work in the Springfield area now.
Yeah, excellent work.
Wayne Lindenbringer, happy birthday to you, a member of the Farmington City Council. Hope you're doing great. And Farmington legend Ricky Eves.
Celebrating. The fastest man in Farmington.
Yes, he really was.
Yeah.
In the early 90s, he was gaining 1,500 yards rushing when that wasn't a common thing in high school football. So Ricky, I think he's teaching I forget where he's teaching now. He was in Texas for a while. I don't know if he's still there or not, but happy birthday to you, Ricky. Hope it's a great day.
Yeah, absolutely. And happy birthday to real estate agent extraordinaire Danielle Burns. Very successful. I think she started her own real estate company a couple years ago
Mm-hmm.
and does great work. Happy birthday, Danielle. Hope Wednesday is an awesome day for you. What about Thursday, September 18th?
Thursday, the gal that cuts what's left of my hair celebrates a birthday, Sarah Bannister. Sarah, you do a wonderful job. I remember still calling over at JCPenney when she worked over there, and I said, hey, it's Mark Toady. Somebody else answered the phone, and I said, I'd like to schedule an appointment with Sarah to get my hair cut. And the gal goes, hold on, and she goes, hey, Sarah, Mark Toady wants an appointment to get his hair cut. And from across the room over the phone, I hear her go, tell him he doesn't need an appointment. He don't take long. Thank you, Sarah. I've never forgotten that. Happy birthday to Reggie Aubuchon. Speaking of good athletes to come out of the North County area, Reggie and his family, they do a lot of great work supporting local causes in the community. Cassie Raridan, happy birthday wishes to you, young lady. She is the daughter of Dan and Betty Combs. So happy birthday wishes to you, Cassie, from your husband and your daughter. And our buddy Doug McDermott.
Doug McDermott.
Leader of the Chamber of Commerce in Farmington for several years
You
now.
ever seen him play basketball?
I don't see Doug as a basketball
He
player.
won the Player of the Year.
That's not that Doug.
That's not the same Doug McDermott?
That's not the same Doug, no. Doug's about 1.5 feet shorter. And, not a basketball
I loved
player.
it when Doug McDermott, I think he was like with Butler, one of those schools, he won it. And I remember I interviewed him the next day, and he came in all ready to talk about the Farmington Chamber, about something going on there. Like, first off, Doug, I want to congratulate you for being named the Men's Basketball Player of the Year. What an honor for you, especially since you've never played organized basketball.
Did he have a clue?
No idea.
Yeah.
No idea. But what a guy. I was so jealous of that dude because he was on America's Got Talent. They came to Farmington whenever, what was the name of the group?
Yeah.
Of the
Innovative Force.
Innovative Force. That whole thing was going on. And he organized a parade. And they did the package for introducing them on America's Got Talent. And there's Doug McDermott going, Innovative Force. I'm like, I want to do that.
I wanted to do that too.
Yeah.
I interviewed Innovative Force 2 or 3 times on the radio, and it just boggles my mind that some of those kids are now well into their 20s.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But what a cool story. What a cool ride.
It was a great
for all
story.
those
Yeah,
kids.
yeah. They made it national.
But happy birthday, Doug. You are forever tied with Innovative Force now because of that. Who else you got? I'm sorry.
I'm done. That was my last one.
I hijacked you. Happy birthday, Adam Deckard. Adam, one of my girl dad buddies. Always see him at the softball or at the dance. Happy birthday to you on Thursday. Chris Visnosky.
Mm-hmm.
Chris is the head coach of the MAC esports team.
Yes.
And they are killing it. I say this every time I see him because he's real good talker too. We need to have him on the podcast, and he can kind of explain to me and just a lot of our listeners how esports works and how all of a sudden the grandson that sits there and plays video games all the time can get a free ride to just about any college in America now.
It's the big thing.
Yeah, so we'll have Chris come talk about that soon. And happy birthday to you, buddy. Hope it's a great day. And Amanda Mayer celebrating a birthday on Thursday as well. Happy birthday, Amanda. Hope you have a great day. What about Friday, September 19th?
Oh, our good buddy Scott Cheatham.
Yay!
Celebrates a birthday.
Scott Cheatham.
I cannot say his name without thinking of the Three Stooges. Scott, Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. Scott, the music director, among other things, at J98, sports guy. But one of my biggest memories will be the time that I had to come back into the station around midnight. And the part-time employee that was working there, there was a big flood. It had rained buckets, and Scott was there too. He was helping her out. And Scott walked out of the station. He was soaking wet, and he had taken his shirt off.
Oh, no.
Scott Cheatham without a shirt on is not something fit for human sight. It was, but I will never get that vision out of my head. Anyway, Scott, you're a great guy. Happy birthday wishes to you.
I saw him shirtless, too, whenever I did my first election night return. It was him and Ramsey at Mike Ramsey on the board. I'm sure you were at St. Francis County, and I was
Yep.
one of the people like calling around like Reynolds County and all the outskirts counties. And so I had my sheet ready, and I came to the guest mic at J98 downstairs in the old building. And Scott Cheatham introduces me quite eloquently, and as soon as I start talking, he just takes his shirt and pulls it up over his head. And yeah, he was very pale and very hairy, and it was very disturbing.
Yeah. Things we'll never forget.
Yeah.
Anyway, Scott, happy birthday to you. Yeah. Bud Davis celebrates a birthday. Bud has done some great work for veterans. He's a retired military guy. Now he works at the Life Center and does more work for veterans, and he's just an awesome dude. Happy birthday wishes to you. Speaking of awesome people, Ed Tucker celebrates a birthday. I don't know if it was you or somebody had asked me a while, has anybody ever brought you food over to the radio station?
Yes.
Ed was one of those guys who actually did that. We were doing a ticket giveaway, and I had said something about, man, I'm hungry. It was 6 o'clock in the morning, and here comes Ed with some McDonald's.
Nice.
And he brought it in, so I thought, well, that's awesome. So thank you, Ed. Happy birthday wishes to you. Ricky Danley celebrates a birthday. I saw him on Thursday at the barbecue. He was helping his sister. So, Ricky, happy birthday wishes to you. I hope you're doing great. Dennis Ritchie celebrates a birthday. Dennis is a retired guy. I see him at the Civic Center. He swims a lot. Dennis, hope you are doing great. Happy birthday wishes to Kirsten Mosier. Hope you are doing fantastic. That's from all of your family. Ashley Rose celebrates a birthday. She lives over in Illinois, but she'll always have a special place in my heart because when my mom was in the nursing home for the first 2 or 3 years, Ashley was one of the main nurses that would look after her. And even after she quit and took a job elsewhere, we kept up on Facebook, and she would always ask about my mom. So, Ashley, awesome. Happy birthday wishes to you. Happy birthday to Hunter Weekly. He is married to Kim Weekly, who worked for the Farmington School District, did the Parents as Teachers program for a bunch of years. Hunter, happy birthday to you. And Carrie Barton, celebrating a birthday. Miss Carrie, I've known you since you were in your 20s. You still look like you're in your 20s, even if you're not. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to Aaron White. Aaron has been a local business owner specializing in installing stereo systems in vehicles for many, many years, and he is really good at it. Happy birthday, Aaron. Hope you have a great day. And then probably the most famous person from St. Francis County, at least now, maybe.
In sports, for sure.
In sports, for sure. Bussin' with the Boys podcast member Will Compton, who apparently is on a commercial for like one of the...
Seen it a million times.
Yeah, one of the online
things.
Betting sites. Happy birthday, Will.
He was also on ESPN with his partner, Bussin' with the Boys. And I'm trying to remember if it was First Take with Stephen A. Smith or Get Up with, is it Mike Greenberg? He was on one of those shows because I was flipping through and I saw him on there, and they had him on there for a good 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
He did a great job. So, Will, you're doing good things, buddy.
Got his start doing an interview with me on KFMO like
wait a
10
minute.
years ago.
Wait a minute.
Years ago.
I may have done the first interview with him now.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, because
maybe.
I interviewed him as well mine was at a Relay for Life event.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many years ago that was. So it was one of us.
Yeah, it was.
So, but it's still, he's probably more famous than Kyle Richardson, I would have to.
Yeah, I'd say so by now, yeah.
I'd have to say simply because of his success past football.
Yeah, and I mean, his NFL career he had the year where he was the defensive captain for the Redskins.
Mm-hmm.
I always drafted him on my fantasy team whenever we had to keep
just
a
to have him
linebacker.
on there.
Just to have a dude from Bonne Terre, you know. But he's done very well. They started out with Barstool, I guess, Sports, and then they made the decision, I guess, like last year to leave and kind of start their own thing. And looks like that's worked out pretty well for
Doing
them.
great.
So happy birthday, Will. Hope it is a great day for you. And again, the invitation is still there, although it's probably going to be harder the more famous you get to be on the Parkland podcast.
Love to have
one of our guests. Very good. All right, so those are our birthdays for the week of September 13th. Happy birthday if today is your birthday.
Parkland Pharmacy is out to prove that local independent pharmacy is alive and well. We work hard at giving you an excellent experience every time you come to see us. We love what we do, and we would love to take care of you. There's no need to be frustrated with your health care. If you're tired of what your pharmacy is not doing for you, then stop waiting in line and come see us today. We have 6 locations across Southeast Missouri, so Google us to find the store nearest you or visit parklandrx.com. Parkland Pharmacy is a local pharmacy at its finest.
So we're joined once again on the Parkland podcast by Farmington Mayor Chris Morrison. And Chris, I think the last time we had you on, we talked about you being the newly elected mayor of Farmington, but now here we are. It's like you're almost 6 months into the job.
Yeah.
Tell us how it's gone.
It's going well. You know, I think the previous experience being on council helped a lot just to kind of get a base understanding of what was going on. But, you know, stepping into this role is still a little bit different. So it's been great. Spent a lot of time with our city administrator, Greg Beavers, you know, talked to different department heads, just trying to get a good understanding on everything. And it's been great. You know, we're in the middle of the budget process for 2026. So that'll start it'll be adopted October 1st. So that's been it's my first one as mayor. So it's been really, it's been awesome to kind of dig in and try to get a little deeper on it. You know, as a council member, you're involved. We had some work sessions and you're involved probably at a higher level with this, you know, being able to sit down with Greg and really kind of get behind some of the numbers has been pretty fun.
Yeah, as a councilman, you know a little bit about everything, but you're more specifically geared towards whatever committees you were on. But now, as mayor, you got to know a lot about a lot, don't you?
Absolutely. That's one thing that, you know, when after I was elected, I really wanted to try to get the information shared across the entire council, because what happens is we have 4 committees and each council person is on 2 committees. So if you're not on one of those committees, it's hard to get a good grasp on what's going on. We try to update it at council meetings, but again, that's kind of a recap. And as mayor, I've tried to attend all the committee meetings, and also I think we're doing a better job of sharing that information amongst the entire council, you know, getting a recap from each committee so we all have a good idea what's going on. I think that's helped a lot. With the budget process, we just last Wednesday, we had, I think it was our 3rd specific budget meeting, and I think they've been really productive. You know, one thing I really wanted to try to do is get the entire council engaged, you know, sharing ideas. And we have a couple new councilors, and I think getting them comfortable just to share, ask questions, it was really important for me. So they've done a great job. You know, Josh Smith, Vince Coughlin, 2 of the newer ones. So doing really well. And then the rest of the council. It's been a good process. I think we have one more meeting. There's been some changes, you know, with minimum wage and things that we have to talk about. So we have one more meeting scheduled prior to adopting the budget. We're going to discuss some of those items.
City government is big business. We're talking a budget of over $50 million, aren't we?
Yeah, it should be 62 million again this year. And, you know, it's a big number. I will tell you this, I think, and it's predating me, the city, the staff, the admin team, they've done a great job. That's one of the things we go over, and for a council and as me as mayor, getting to see kind of where we're at with our reserves, how fiscally responsible we are, it's really reassuring. I know Greg and his team and Michelle, Daniel and everyone, they've done a great job with that. And you know, it's been an interesting process, because there's also things that you don't think about, and there's all these shiny things you want to do, but then you read news articles about other places that are having major issues with infrastructure and utilities. And knock on wood, we're in a really good spot. They've done a good job keeping it up, and we have some big spends in next year's budget for that. We have some wastewater treatment plant expenditures coming up. I mean, around $3 million. These are big numbers, and if you don't spend the money to keep that up, that problem comes at you quick, and you don't want to deal with it. So they've done a great job doing that, and overall financially, we're in such a good spot. We don't have much, really any debt. So being able to leverage those funds, and as you know, with cost of things, we were just talking about it, how expensive things are today. Well, how expensive are they going to be in 5 years? Yeah. So any of those items we can try to get done now, it's going to save us money by not pushing it out.
So we're talking about the budget, which is all-encompassing, but at the same time, there's the day-to-day operation of the city that you've got to pay attention to, too. You've wrapped up work at the Civic Center on the pool and some of the other areas there. And now with the water park closed, I understand it's going to get somewhat of a facelift.
It is, yeah. Soon, the park closed, and we're going to go in and start that project. So new structures in there, new slide structures, really giving it a facelift. So we're really excited about that. The indoor pool turned out great. The lap pool, the surface in there looks awesome. There's the updates we did inside. We had a purchase order put in last month for the new fitness equipment and some of the changes in there. So really getting some money back in there. There hasn't been a lot of updates done. I mean, there's little things each year, but this is the biggest thing that's probably been done over there in, I don't know, a long time. So, and there's other things that we did throughout the summer over at all the parks, the restrooms, things like that. We have some requests or proposals out for some updates over at Wilson Rozier for the pickleball courts, and trying to find some other things we can do. There's so many different users that use our facilities, is trying to find ways to enhance things throughout that help everyone out. So the sports complex, we've talked about it maybe before, but that thing turned out awesome. They did such a good job. We've had some folks reach out for hosting some tournaments next year already. I think they did 1 or 2 last year, and it's I think the word's getting around how nice it is, and it's great. We work with tourism on that because those events bring people into the community. So it's just partnering with them, and them helping get these events in town. So we get these people from, just all over the region coming in, spending their weekends with us, and shopping locally, which we appreciate.
Chris, we had a long, hot summer. The weather's finally started to moderate, but I would imagine a lot of your guys, I'm thinking of the street guys and whatnot, they're already looking ahead to winter and making sure all of your equipment is up and operating like it should.
Absolutely. I think getting this summer was a tough one on them. We had all that rain in the spring, and then the summer was so hot. It was hard to keep up with the mowing. They finally they play a little catch up, and then they'll be moving quickly into winter. So, I think what all the crew does in each department, Parks and Rec, the street crews, sewer, all of them. I mean, they're the ones that make this thing go. So they're getting ready. Winter will be here. You never know what you're going to get, right? We're in Missouri, so could be mild, could be pretty rough, and then who knows? It could hit us in next March. I mean, it never hits when you think it will. So.
Well, Chris, all in all, though, you've enjoyed your first several months as mayor?
Absolutely. I've really enjoyed working. The council does a great job there. I mean, at the end of the day, that's one of the things you kind of learn is the council are the ones that make a lot of the decisions, and it's as mayor, it's just me to try to help get them information and hopefully try to provide a vision. And we really have some great council folks over there, and some with experience. Dan's been on council multiple times. Yeah. Chad Fowles and Vanessa have been on a while. Wayne Lindenbringer. And David Kennedy's been on a while. It's kind of funny when we start thinking about how long they've been on. We all kind of started about the same time, and Adam Parks has been on for quite a while too. And as I mentioned earlier, our 2 new additions, Josh and Vince, they've provided some great insight. Josh was a former police officer. Vince works for Missouri Department of Natural Resources. They have a wealth of knowledge. So being able to tap into that, it's been really neat.
Well, we appreciate the help you always give us on the Parkland podcast and keeping our viewers in the know with what's going on. We'll look forward to the next visit.
Absolutely. Anytime. Thanks, Mark.
All right. Again, that's Chris Morrison joining us. He is the mayor of the city of Farmington.
It's the memories made during a weekend with the girls, a family adventure, or a Sunday stroll in historic downtown. At First State Community Bank, we have a strong passion for small business owners and the students and families who live, work, and play here. Our passion for them runs deep because this is our community too. First State Community Bank. Success starts here.
Let's talk some music now on the Parkland podcast. This is the most enjoyable segment of the podcast for me because I get to just blab about tunes with my favorite tune buddy, Mr. Mark Tony. Dude. Got a song of the week, a song to talk about?
Yeah. I can't remember if you used this once or not, but it's the Talking Heads and Once in a Lifetime.
Oh, great song.
Just because I just love the way he goes, same as it ever was, same as it ever was. So I wonder how many times he says same as it ever was in that song, to where people might think that's actually the name of the song, but it's kind of like Baba O'Reilly.
Right.
Everybody thinks the name of the song is Teenage Wasteland, but it's Baba O'Reilly. Same thing with Once in a Lifetime. Very strange group, very strange song, but a very good song nonetheless.
Your favorite Talking Heads song?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like Road to Nowhere. That's my favorite Talking Heads song.
Can't argue with that.
That's a good one. My song of the week, and I think I've already done this one before too, but whatever. My father-in-law and your brother will let me know. Scenes from an Italian Restaurant from Billy Joel's 1977 masterful album, The Stranger. What a great album that is, and what a great tune. Scenes from an Italian Restaurant is kind of two songs melded into one, and it's the tale of Brenda and Eddie. They were still going steady in the summer of '75.
Okay, I don't know who Brenda and Eddie are.
Brenda
but
and Ed, they were the main couple featured in Scenes from an Italian Restaurant.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go.
But great tune, got a great piano solo, and I think it really shows off what Billy Joel's all about. A lot of people say the Piano Man is his song,
That's his signature song.
His signature song, but I really think this is, because I really think that it shows that the Piano Man's all about playing the harmonica. And Scenes from Italian Restaurant's all about playing the piano.
Traveling Prayer.
Traveling Prayer by Billy Joel
Is one of the most underrated Billy Joel songs.
Yes, you're right.
Out there. I love that tune a lot. Angry Young Man. Oh my gosh. There's some songs from Billy Joel, his slow love songs.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
The Longest Time.
Yeah.
Like the 80s glammed up.
Just the way you are. I'm okay hearing them once in a blue moon, but some of his more upbeat songs I could hear a lot.
Uptown Girl, not a fan of Uptown Girl?
It's all right.
It's all right. All right, so we didn't have a prompt this week, so we're kind of messing around trying to think of one. Top bands, rock bands of the 80s that got their start in the 80s. So, I mean, obviously, your guys, The Who, had some success in the 1980s, but we won't count them among their...
Because their main success was 60s and 70s.
Yeah, yeah.
Same way with Queen.
Right.
Boom.
Yeah.
But I figure REM qualifies.
Yes, they did start in the 80s.
One of their best groups. I mean, they may have had an album out in the 70s, but they came to fame in the 80s. The other one I come up with, I think their first album was like 79, but U2.
Yeah.
U2, mid to late 80s, they got very popular. Another group that's one of my favorite groups, I probably have 10 of their CDs at home, Toad the Wet Sprocket.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They did start.
Love Toad the Wet Sprocket. And I think these guys are from the 80s. They may be from the 90s, but I kind of like some of the Guns N' Roses things.
Yeah, they started in the 80s.
Okay.
Appetite for Destruction, their debut album, I want to say was 88.
Yes.
And it killed glam rock.
Yeah, and I was okay with that.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were.
No more hair bands.
I mean, they had hair, but it was unkept hair.
Yes.
It was not the sprayed back and aqua-netted hair of their previous rock and roll predecessors.
And all their songs all sounded the same to me.
Yeah. So Guns N' Roses, one of the top 80s bands for me, 80s rock bands. The Police, although they also started in the late 70s.
Yeah, because I listened to them when I was in the Navy.
Yeah, so I guess they can't really count, but I really think of them as like
But they're more
quintessential 80s band just because of Synchronicity was an 80s
They're
album.
right there with the Cars. The Cars were the same way. Got first couple hits in the 70s and then came to big fame in the 80s.
Yeah. Motley Crue, definitely enjoyed the Crue, and I think the kids really like it because of all the wild stories and the Tommy Lee episodes.
They deserve every wrinkle they have in their advancing years.
They do. Somebody saw him recently and said that Vince Neil was just like a shell of his former self. He couldn't sing anything. Poor guy. But Motley Crue, always a cool rock band. Metallica started in the 80s. Their first album, is it Ride the Lightning? Was in the mid-'80s.
Not one of my favorite groups, but they had a couple songs I really liked, was Tears for Fears.
Yeah, Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
Yeah, and they had songs featured in, what were the Breakfast Club movies?
Yeah,
yeah, that I do like Everyone Wants to Rule the World.
Yeah, and Shout,
yeah,
Let It All
I like
Out.
that song too.
These are things I can do without. But yeah, those are the ones that came to mind. Let me look at pull up the old Google here and see if we have any glaring omissions here. But rock bands from the 80s that we mentioned, the top 100 rock bands of the 80s, according to Guitar Picker. Is it going to start with a 100, or is it going to start with number 1? Or are we going to have a bunch of ads on this website that aren't going to show us anything?
I think that's what I'm going with there. So
I think some old guy's going to try to show us how to play guitar. According to this list, they say Guns N' Roses 1, Metallica 2, Bon Jovi.
Yeah, forgot about
3.
Bon Jovi.
Now,
ACD 70s.
Yeah, exactly, because the Bon Scott era, which is my favorite part of AC/DC, was definitely 70. I think of Van Halen as a late 70. I mean,
They were, because I listened to them. Well, actually, late 70s.
Yeah, it was right
But
at the-
they
right at
came
the
famous
border.
in the 80s.
and I look at Journey as a 70s starting band, right?
Journey's is early 70s, because that was before Steve Perry joined the band in like 1976.
Right.
ZZ Top started in the early to mid 70s. I'm looking at the list here.
Def Leppard, 80s rock band.
Oh yeah, then there's the Runaways, which became Joan Jett and the Blackheart, but the Bangles.
Yeah. Go-Go's. Our Lips Are Sealed is a really cool song. It's got an awesome bass line to it.
That's not a bad tune.
And then I think this is just like an 80s list of lady bands with ladies in them. And then here's a list of 80s bands from other countries.
Ooh, Scorpions.
Scorpions, numero uno. But you definitely count them as an 80s rock band, right?
Yeah, sure.
Scorpions had a lot of good tunes. Wind to Change, always a good one. The Crew, Iron Maiden, a lot of hardcore metal guys will say
They're
that
70s.
Iron Maiden was a big Ozzy Osbourne, although Black Sabbath was before that, but I guess he went solo in the 80s, so you could count maybe Ozzy Osbourne's solo work in the 80s. Europe, they had a couple
One-hit
big
wonder.
hits. Let's see, Mr. Big, I definitely would say they're a one-hit wonder. And Bad English, another band that was listed as well. Slayer, Anthrax, Pantera started in the 80s, but they're more of a 90s metal band to me.
We could have stopped.
Yeah.
Without those.
You want Slayer in there and Anthrax?
No.
You ever got Anthrax?
No.
Man, I wonder how that band. Kudos to Anthrax for not changing their name after September 11th, whenever everybody was starting to get Anthrax mailed to them. Remember that?
Yes.
Man, crazy stuff. All that stuff happened almost 25 years ago. All right, now let's look to the future, Mark Tody. Who do we have on episode 67 of the Parkland Podcast?
Well, hopefully we'll have a potpourri of people joining us on the podcast. We'll start at around 8, and who knows how long we'll go, but I know Andy Sherrill's going to come by, and he's going to preview the John Thomas event coming up the following weekend. Kristen White will be joining us to talk a little bit about Blues, Brews, and Barbecue, but then just about everything Discover Farmington does.
They're busy. Their busy season's about to kick in.
Yeah, and we'll have a whole host of folks hopefully coming by and joining us. And we're going to be set up broadcasting from downtown Farmington, so you can come by and we'll put you on the podcast too.
Only if you're interesting.
Yes.
Only if you're interesting. That's the.
And you give us money.
Well, if you give
or
us
barbecue.
money, it doesn't matter if you're interesting or not. You can come in there and just sit and stare at the camera the whole time, as long as you're paying us. I don't care.
And give us barbecue.
Give us barbecue. Yeah, that's the best part. We're going to get some really good barbecue.
Yes, I'm hoping so.
Ooh, boy. Blues, Brews, and Barbecue. Check it out next Friday and Saturday in downtown Farmington. We'll be there telling you all about it.
Quick shout out to Randy and Michelle getting married this coming week.
Yeah.
And guys, a lifetime of happiness.
Congratulations to both of you. Hope things go extremely smoothly on the wedding day. I'm trying to think. We had a couple of hiccups, but nothing major happened on our wedding day. One of the readers screwed up. I remember that.
That was me. Yeah,
I didn't even notice, dude.
I made up the Bible.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Listen to that Lutheran in a Catholic church.
Yeah, that's what happens when you let a Lutheran into the party.
No, you did outstanding, dude. And I still to this day, I appreciate that very much. Thank you for doing that.
Glad to do it.
Awesome. All right, we'll see you next Saturday, downtown Farmington. Have a great week, Parkland. We'll see you later.